why did I even leave? I should have just walked in there. I'm going to drive all the way back.
Yeah, seriously. Does that place have a hot tub? I didn't even know that. There's a hot tub in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pool,
shit.
hot tub, sauna.
Is it weird to get in a hot tub with other people in there, though? Or no?
The last couple times I've gone to the hot tub, there was nobody.
Oh, so you had
Sauna. Have you been in the sauna?
No, I haven't been in the sauna.
That's cool.
But is that weird? You get naked in there or no?
No.
No, okay. No. Keep your clothes on.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird, too, though.
But it's weird because you go in the women's one because that's how you identify.
Oh, yeah, right. Anyway, okay. Well, so should we start the show?
Yeah, dude, let's talk about the beach day.
Okay.
Welcome to the What's Good Tampa Show. What's Good Tampa Show. This is where we talk about all things Tampa Bay and beyond. Coming to you from the Gimmick in Ybor City, here's your hosts, Austin and Sean.
Oh, smash burgers to put you to sleep, dude.
Yeah,
the salt
seriously.
content for the week is done.
Yeah, that was terrible. That's all I can really say.
Shout out Coppertail Brewing.
Yeah. So we were just coming from the Gasparilla Music Festival. What a good time that was. Yeah, having fun out there. Yep. In the pouring down rain.
Oh, yeah, beach day.
I mean, yeah, it's out of all weekends they could have chosen. I mean, I know it rains in Florida all the time.
Well, and you got to set the tone for wherever you're going to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, all weekend long, it's just raining, nasty out there. Kind of feel bad for him because I mean, it was definitely a small crowd out there.
Happens.
It happens, yeah. But anyway, we found out a lot of people were there to see Coin and some other lion in a cage or whatever. the hell
Yeah.
it's called.
Killer Mike tomorrow to end the show. They want us
that's
back
right.
out there tomorrow. What do you think?
Killer Mike to end the show. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make it, unfortunately.
No?
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. And then we did some food reviews while we were there, so you can check those out on the Tampa's Life.
Some have
channel.
audio, some don't.
Again, typical of us having these issues. Yeah. But anyway, so welcome to the show. Thank you to our sponsors, Heighten Aesthetics. Who else we got this week? Adam Spath.
Yeah, Adam Spath. If you need health care and you don't know what you're doing, got to hit him up.
Yeah, so anyway, where do you want to go first?
Well, I just think that it was fun to get out there. You'll see a bunch of the little interviews that we asked a bunch of people who they came to see. Yep. You're also going to be doing that. Let's talk about your expansion of Tampa is Life, getting back into the reviews and following your passion. I know we've talked about it in the recent episodes, but I want to dive a little bit more deeper because one of the things I was thinking of, and I've talked to a few people that want to be an Instagram influencer, but they seem that they have critical, everyone's critical of other people's. Sure. But yours is growing and you've had much success and it's completely organic. You've never bought in the lead. You've never done any of that stuff. And is there any tips for these people that, are looking to make a splash? You're in the algorithm. You show up on everybody's feed. What are some of the things that you've done that you can share for free advice?
I would say that's a good question, but I would say one of them is just consistency. The same thing I talked about with this podcast, consistency.
And we've seen the change.
Key. Yeah, Instagram rewards consistency, so I think you got to be consistent with it. And then just doing it in your own voice. So many people try to copy what other
100%.
people are doing, and then you just blend in with everybody else. So you got to make sure whatever you're doing, you do it a little bit differently, and just make yourself stand out from the crowd. So consistency and creativity.
But you're a marketing guy by trade. That's what you do for a living.
Yep.
Is there any tricks and trades? I mean, you're going to actually help me out with the art, which I'm pretty excited about. But is there any stuff other than your $3,000 cameras and your lenses and everything like that? Is there a way to make Instagram look better? For Instagram, for instance.
I mean, just the quality of the content?
Yeah, or, just the way it's shot. Do you have any tricks of, how to get a better video, flipping your phone upside down? There's little things I've seen you do that maybe is just second nature to you, but a lot of people are out there just, angles. Is what really matters to make a good video.
Yeah, I mean, again, I
think
lighting is definitely important, and good audio. I mean, if you can't hear it, and it's not going to get any views or no one's going to watch it. So make sure if you are interested, then just get yourself a microphone. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. And make sure you have good lighting. Sunlight is the best type of lighting there is. So I think just those two things as far as quality. I mean, your camera phone has such a nice phone these days. Such a nice camera. You don't really need a big fancy camera like I have. It's great if you can afford it and do it, and it does. The lens does make the quality look a little nicer, but you can do anything on your iPhone.
And here's my question too. I see a bunch of the words being underneath. Is that key?
Yeah, using keywords. Yeah, that's definitely.
No, the words that pop up as you're talking.
Oh, like captions?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean.
Do you use captions on most of your videos?
No, not really.
Yeah, because I agree with, like, I think it's the content, but like somebody said that when people are at work and stuff, they like 80% of people that watch Instagram videos don't listen to sound. Is that true?
I think that might be true, but just because, when you're scrolling through your feed, typically the audio is not already on. You have to tap something to turn the audio on so people can read what you're saying without having to turn the audio on.
So do you think that's important to get in the algo?
No, I don't think so.
Because a lot of people have told me that's what you have to do, but I just disagree.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't agree with that. You don't have to do that. But again, I just creativity, consistency, and then of course collabing with people too is also another great way to really grow your following. So those are my Instagram.
Shout out
tips
Pusha Preem.
Yeah, Pusha Preem got collabed with us, and we got a lot of views for the podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to come on now.
Yes.
If you guys are interested in coming on, just DM us on Instagram, and we can work something out. We have a lot of guests lined up. A lot of people requesting to be on the show. So this is going to be the year of the pod. We keep saying
we do, and then the year of the marks. But so here's my question too: is what are just so people, because we've got a ton of messages saying they want to get on the pod. Can we just kind of short it up, because we're not the people doing like you have to have 15,000 followers to get on the pod. We want to make sure it puts us over too. Is there something though that because everybody and their brother that says they're a this or a that will talk to anybody that'll listen,
right.
And that was us, you
Right.
know, and kind of still is us.
Yeah.
We're continuing to try to grow, and a lot of people want to criticize your numbers or your views. And one thing I can say is, it's fun when people in Tampa come up and be like, oh, dude, you just had a reel that came through. And it just means that consistency and doing what we love to do is actually being watched by people. And I don't care if it necessarily monetizes us. I mean, that's the key in all of this.
Sure.
But like people that want to get on the show, the question I have for you is, what would you say is something that, because anybody would just be like, yeah, I want to be on the show. But what would you say to kind of give them a tip of like, this is what to expect and this is kind of the people we're looking for?
I mean, I think it's someone with a good story to tell, and that's hard to find. But, or if you're a business owner who's passionate about it or helping the community, something around here in Tampa, I think that's.
And we have our sponsor.
What do you think?
Well, so one of the things I was going to say too is like with our sponsors, this is one thing that people don't understand is our new sponsors coming in, and we have 3 that we're offloading in March, onloading. I'm sorry, 3 new sponsors that are onloading in March. They are actually going to be in the pod for almost a commercial segment, but also telling their story, kind of getting into exactly how they got to where they are. And, that's something that I think we should do for our sponsors. Heightened Aesthetics, for instance, they were a sponsor. They've been a sponsor for a while now, and we've had her in a couple times. And our goal is to not only help small business, but it was intriguing. She gave you Botox
right, yeah.
on the air.
Yeah.
So like it's got to be something like that, because we could listen to anybody's story. We could go pick somebody up that's laying under that cardboard box in the rain,
right.
And that's a great story.
Yeah.
I just don't know how that works.
Yeah. That's a good point. They have if you have like an entertaining segment you can bring to the table with it, like Stephanie did with the Botox thing.
Yeah.
Like next time we'll have one of the MMA fighters in here, and they can fight you right here live on the
I'm
show.
in.
So that'll be another
weight class,
great entertaining segment. I'm excited for this year of
Me too.
the podcast. We're gonna have some people from the Buccaneers on. We're gonna have some people from the Lightning on.
Yep.
From the Rays, all of our sports teams.
Yep.
So stay tuned for more on that.
And then the big thing as well is we've now taken over the roast here at the Gimmick.
Yeah, talk about our new live podcast.
So Saturday, March 9th is our first one. It's the Roast. Gimmick Presents Roast. It used to be, and now it is the What's Good Tampa Show. Austin and I are going to be set up for a live podcast while the Roast is going on. 20 of your local comics here in Tampa go at each other, and it gets personal. You've been to a couple of those as well. It gets wild. It gets personal. It absolutely sells out every single time. So get your tickets on Eventbrite. Type in the Gimmick Roast. It'll be right there. Tickets are only $15, and it's something you do not want to miss. We open up with some great local comics that lead us off, and then we go into the craziest roast you can ever imagine. The cool part is, on the roast, every single set of roasts, there will be a winner and a loser. So who wins the cash of each of those roasts is dictated by the crowd and the fans, and then we get our top 3 roasters up, and they win the big prize at the end. I'm just excited that we get to be a part of it, and we just want to put comedy over.
Yeah, it's going to be great. A great time. March 9th, you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. You can go to our Instagram. We have a link there.
And the winner of the roast is going to get on the show, and we're going to have a chat. So it's going to be pretty cool. I also want to do some of the behind the scenes, get a little smack talk on the front porch. It gets so wild because a lot of people, bring their friends and family to watch them, and it's a little bit different than a regular stand-up act, but I think it's spicy, and it keeps it super entertaining. But got to come out Saturday, March 9th for the roast. Again, Eventbrite for tickets, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're going to hear from our sponsors. We're going to be right back. Julian B. Lane. Gasparilla Day. It was fun. It was awesome. We're gonna get this out ASAP. Buy tickets. You know what? If we can get this out tonight, that would be fantastic.
Wow, tonight.
We really got. We told
really
Michelle she hooked us up and got us access to everywhere. Let's give back, guys. We need Sunday tickets sold. We need Sunday tickets sold for Gasparilla Music Festival. We have some big names coming out, and we are gonna make sure that those local talent get to be playing in front of as many people as humanly possible. Let's go.
Okay, perfect. Let's talk about some Tampa Bay news, things going on here in Tampa.
All right.
All right. So in Clearwater, there's big news. Big news.
I love this website.
Me too.
We thought this was who was suing the Florida Man hot sauce,
this
but
is
it's
a great
not.
website, floridaman.com. You got to check it out. So over in Clearwater, our neighbors over there in Clearwater, a Florida man was arrested for pooping on a possum in public.
So took a shit on a possum.
So he actually took a shit on a possum.
Or did he wipe his ass with the possum?
So police witnessed a 45-year-old Robert Wilcock while he was taking a dump on the dead possum. Okay,
dead.
Yeah, the possum
Is that
was
illegal?
already dead. I don't know.
That's kind of horseshit,
But you
Willie.
can't just be taking a shit on the side of
In
the road.
public.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume the side of the road is public, right?
Yeah.
This report also stated that during the rush hour traffic, he did this in plain sight for everyone to see.
Ooh.
After being detained and read his rights, Wilcox then denied ever pooping on the dead possum. He even told the cops that he doesn't see straight.
Nice.
Okay. He went and observed the dead creature for himself. The reports say that the physical evidence was viewed at the scene, meaning the dead possum and the poop, which coordinates the allegations that were alleged.
Can you stop saying poop?
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. So anyways, that's pretty exciting over in Clearwater. That sounds like something that would be happening here in Ybor. Yeah.
No, it's cleaning up. Ybor's cleaning up.
Yeah, and then another one is a woman called the cops because her weed was stolen.
Okay.
That is one I think I've heard before. But again, how stupid do you have to be to actually call the cops and tell them your weed is stolen?
Yeah. But it's legal now.
Yeah, is that something like one of your friends has ever done? Because I know you said one of them was on like a coke bender right now.
Crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing well.
Yeah.
Things are getting wild, and I don't want to put his business up. He's an avid listener, though. Shout him out. I'm not going to say his name and stuff, but yeah, he likes to dabble. And to be honest with you, for a long, long time, he was clean and sober.
Yeah.
And then he decided to Barracuda.
Speaking of all of this poop talk, did you hear about the Vince McMahon charges?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you
But
think about
did
that?
you like Vince back in the day just because he was over?
Yeah. I mean, I liked him as a heel when it was him and Austin, that was the whole thing.
I never liked it because I could tell that was who he was. But, I mean, very passionate guy. He had created a good product. But, I mean, no, that didn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it's crazy because when we talked about, and this is before we found out about all this, but when we talked about, like, who were one of the people you'd have, like, want to have dinner with, like, Vince McMahon is always, like, one of my...
Really?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, as you guys know, I love wrestling, and he is, like, the founder, pretty much.
But is it... here's a question. I have a question for you. Does it take him to be an old man that can barely walk now, and that's when you get him in trouble? Like, is there something to that? Because this is from way back when. How is it all of a sudden coming to light? It always ends up coming to light when it's it's over for him.
I don't know that this is all that way long ago. I mean,
really?
Some of the stuff is relatively recent.
Really?
Yeah.
He looks like an old decrepit man.
He is an old decrepit man at this point. He's like 76 years old or something like that. But did you see any of the text messages? They're fucking wild.
I mean, I think you sent me.
They're wild.
I think you sent me, forwarded me them, but I didn't.
They're
wild.
Yeah, they are wild. Like, I consider myself a pervert, but this guy really, I mean, he is talking crazy.
Oh, really?
Really, really nasty stuff.
Now, can he just say, like, that's his thing? He likes talking about it? Is that illegal?
I don't know, but he was basically sex trafficking this girl, allowing the other guys to have sex with her in the company.
How does that work, allowing? He forces her, pays her?
Tells her to, and he basically...
If not, what?
Well, he was paying for her whole lifestyle and everything.
Okay,
so
she was a prostitute.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
And then the money ran out, so she's like, "Fuck that, I'm flipping."
And she's basically.
And I'm not saying he should have done that. I think that's all negative vibrations.
Yeah, one of the craziest things in the story is apparently during a threesome with him and his physical therapist and this girl, he pooped on the girl's head, and she forced him to continue to give oral sex to the other guy while she had poop in her hair.
He forced her.
Yeah, he forced her. Isn't that wild? I shouldn't even be laughing. I mean, that's just wild, but wild and disgusting. But Vince McMahon, I just never.
You never thought that's the business brings those kind of people around.
Yeah, I always thought it was a good, wholesome business.
Yeah. I mean, John Cena on Howard Stern, one of my favorite skits. I mean, not even skits. That's the real thing. When he said, you were just with a 300-pound woman, he goes, absolutely. And he was like impressed.
Yeah.
He's like, I took it down for the roster.
Yeah, he was proud of himself.
But here's my question. So he's doing that for the whole roster. Is he to be at fault for, sexualizing this unassuming woman that just wanted to have a good time?
Yeah, I mean,
where does it go?
So.
That's why stay away from negative vibrations.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Stay away. You've been working on it, actually. And you've been doing very well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And you don't need me to tell you. I'm just saying I notice it.
Yeah. Oh,
I appreciate it.
Good. Yeah, I appreciate it, too. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so how's your basketball career going? Still doing that? When are you going? You got your alumni game coming up?
Yeah, in Vermont. And now I was talking to my brother,
and
I told him we got to get him in the pod because we want to talk about prison.
Yep.
And he said he wants you to fly up to Vermont for the long weekend that weekend so we can get some video of me on the basketball court, and he'll sit down and do a full app, tell you about prison. Can you fly out? Is that something you're able to do?
If it means that's going to happen, I will fly out.
Oh, that would be sick for a long weekend.
Yeah, why not? When
That'd
is
be
it again?
awesome. April.
Oh, shit, we got a while.
Yeah, early April, 6 weeks.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do
that. That would be sick.
We'll do that. And then also, when are we doing the Geos thing? When is that?
So, well, remember I thought it was the 20th because my 75 ends. We found out my 75 ends earlier than that. So we're going to be doing the second week in March. They're going to set us up on a table. We're going to shoot the live podcast in the window with people walking by, and we're going to generate a buzz, and we're going to try out every drink in the place.
Yeah. So, check out Geos over in Ybor on 7th.
Which is next to Duamici. He also owns Duamici. Shout them out. They're amazing.
Yeah.
We should hit them up. They should come on as a sponsor and come on the show.
Why not?
I think that'd be amazing. We put them over.
Yeah. Well, we'll be there. We'll interview them while we're there.
I like it.
All right. Cool. Let's take.
Let me ask. Yeah, we'll take a break because I want to. When we come back, I want to ask you a question that, because I really do care about your feelings and what you think about things.
Yeah,
so when we come back, we'll get into it.
Okay. Go. We're on.
So what I wanted to ask you, because we talk about our sponsorship and not to plug the show anymore, but is there any sponsors that you wish we had? There's one for me too. Is like I haven't even asked them, and I probably should. But like Gasparilla Rum.
Oh yeah.
I would love for them to be a sponsor because not only so we can try their product, but it just seems like a cool vibe over there.
I would like the Tampa Bay Lightning to sponsor us.
Straight up, just box seats.
Yeah, totally. Did you see the Lightning have a podcast now with Greg hosting it?
Really?
Yeah, Greg's hosting the.
Should we get on that one?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
I think so. But yeah, the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's what I want.
Greg's killing it though. Shout out Greg Wolf. He does the in-game host for the Winter Classic now. So he flies out and does that outdoor game. Did you know that?
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And, man, he does USF Bulls, I think girls basketball as well, maybe even guys basketball, the in-game host. But he's just killing it. It's cool to see him just keep moving on and crushing it.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
And then Montesi, another former, he's in July, he's got his – you see all these accolades he's getting from they're putting him over.
Yeah, seriously. Go check out the Greg Wolf and Montesi episodes.
Yes.
On YouTube, Spotify. Where I'm updating Spotify, everybody.
Oh, yes. All of them now are up on – you just did 5 more today.
Yeah, so the people who've been looking for us on Spotify.
They're here.
I apologize. They're there. They're there.
But anyway, just to wrap up, Gasparilla Music Festival was a blast. Guys, buy some tickets for Sunday. Killer Mike finishing the show. I cannot wait. That's back in the day. Come out to the Gimmick. Fridays and Saturdays, we have an 8 o'clock and a 10 o'clock show. Saturday, March 9th is our first What's Good Tampa show for the roast. Other than that, please watch the pod. Reach out, DM, comment, and get on the show. You can find me at vintage_gimmick on Instagram.
Will you stop hitting the table?
Oh, sorry. And it makes a weird noise, too. But, dude, I'm excited.
I can tell.
Yeah. So this Debbie Downer, where can we find you?
Tampa's Life, tampaslife.com.
And a lot more coming.
Yep. And What's Good Tampa Show on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify.
Keep blowing us up, Tampa. I appreciate y'all.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the What's Good Tampa Show. Don't Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at What's Good Tampa Show, or visit what'sgoodtampa.com to get involved with the show. See you next time.